Billy Grant Baylor.
What's going on?
Oh, not too much, man. We're just checking in with the home of the place that you won your first big race here. Shoot, just a couple months ago. Seems like no time ago, really, at this point, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy to be back here so fast. You know, we were just, like you said, just here a couple months ago, and you can still see where the course was worked over from when we raced it a few months ago. But yeah, it's definitely awesome to be back here and back on some home turf.
So how you feeling, Grant?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I just really had some issues, struggling the last few races, had some issues. Camp Coker had a bad start, and then top it off, just as soon as I started the second lap at Coker, I ran into a lapper, one of the first guys we caught, ran into him and lost my shifter there, and then we came in and got it all switched out there. Chad did a good job, swapped me out, got me back going with the Milwaukee power tools and all, and yeah, we got back out there and started clicking away positions, and I found my way right back behind Johnny Gerard, who physically ended up third overall, and I was on Johnny's rear wheel there with a lap and a quarter to go, and then I lost my chain, and I think I lost about 3 minutes there on that last lap trying to get my chain back on and get back going. So all in all, I finished 5th overall there, but yeah, it was a good day. I know I'm strong, and I know I should be doing a lot better and have a lot better results, so I'm looking forward to Sunday here and getting back up where I belong.
Well, you ride like you know you can win now. That's one thing that's different. I mean, even with the struggles, I mean, you're riding like you know you can win, and you're trying to overcome the obstacles that's presented to you. But hey, maybe we can push the reset switch here and get that magic back again, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, like you said, I know I can do it now, and that's been a big thing. I know I don't feel like I'm much faster than I was last year, year to year, but just knowing that I could do it by doing it here at the first round, it's a big confidence booster, and you know, it really helps me believe in myself and helps me get the job done, that's for sure.
No doubt, and good job you're doing, man. Keep up the good work.
Yep, thank you.
Bad Thad DuVall, and Thad, welcome back to GNCC this time.
Yep.
Different, well, we seen you race the first round, I believe it was, but
so it's funny because like this is the first round I was here, and then it's the first round I'm back, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, not quite 100% yet, but we're getting there. Been with Caleb the last couple weeks, and just been riding and trying to get better and healing up pretty good. So I'm excited to be back racing for sure.
No doubt. You know, I mean, it's odd because I mean, like the very next race that we were supposed to be at after your incident. Yep, he's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be racing. Yep, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I mean,
it was a pretty severe injury. It's been I mean, it's been a while since I've been in that much pain and for that long. So I'm just happy to be pain free nowadays. And yeah, now Caleb's hurt, so we kind of flip flop a little bit.
So yeah, that's a bummer too, man. I hate that for Caleb. But on your end of things, though, I mean, it sounded bad, but it could have been a lot worse than what it was. We heard about collapsed lungs and stuff like that, but that wasn't as bad as what we thought, right?
Yeah, it was good for how bad it was. I didn't collapse a lung, but luckily enough, I was healthy and young enough that I just some oxygen, got it blowing back up. I didn't puncture it or anything. Just
what did you do?
I went to pass lane in one of the tests and clipped a tree with my foot peg, and it just shot me perfectly into this tree that was only this big around, but it just hit me perfectly right here, and it just stopped me dead. And it was a pretty fast section, so yeah, it was a tough injury for sure. So.
That's awesome. But I mean, the good thing is you're back. Team seems to really be excited to have you back. I was talking with Blue. I mean, I know, you know, that's one thing we talked about, you know, the reality of when you would be. And I'm like, if he's back by Big Buck, that might be about when we'll see him.
I know Camp Coker was the goal, but just getting a little older these days, so it takes a little bit more time to heal. But I just wanted to come back, and I didn't want to come back and ride around in 10th. I wanted to come back and be competitive. So I talked to Caleb over, and we decided to just wait till this race, and yeah, looking forward to it.
So anything to say to the fans?
Just, I don't know, man, just keep supporting me. And I know this is tough. Like, it seems like I can't get a good year together, but I feel like I still have a couple good years, so just keep grinding and chugging along.
All right, good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
He's cruising in the magnitude with the attitude. Stu Baylor, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
You ready for the weekend?
Yeah.
Are you? I hear Thad DuVall's back. He says he's gonna
watch my rear tire.
That's probably why he didn't say anything. He is back though. How's it going, man? How's the last couple weeks treated you?
Yeah, up and down. I finally lost a race without mechanicals, so not a fan of that, but should be good to go.
Good news is though, it was on a teammate though, right?
Yeah. It's still a Yamaha sweep 1 and 2 every single sprint enduro this year. So that was I guess nobody's touching us in the sprint enduros.
That's pretty awesome. So here we are back at Big Buck. You didn't get to race this one.
No, I got to spend time in the trailer with you.
Yeah.
So we got to do a lot of watching.
Yeah. So you're going to try to repeat the glory of a Baylor boy being on the podium again.
Absolutely. This is my first win. So we'll see how we do. I got a little nagging knee issue, twisted my knee, but we're good to go. It's just it's the injured or the rebuilt knee, so I'm real cautious with it. So I stabbed it earlier this week, but it's been a little frustrating riding with it, but everything's still clicking, so hopefully we'll click off our second Big Buck win.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. And the neat thing about it is you're like, I mean, this is almost your backyard. I mean, we're what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes from your house?
Yeah, 45 minutes from the house. So very similar terrain, probably one of my least favorite tracks, but I always ride really well here. Seems to be the case with most of the tracks I don't really enjoy. So it's what I grew up riding from the time I could walk. I think I could ride better than walk at that age. I'm still better on a bike than walking or running. So, it's everything I'm used to: tight trees, red clay, roots, and square edge bumps. So
and it's kind of dry. I mean, we haven't seen any real rain around here.
No, it's we just got done riding. We actually rode and then shot up here just a couple laps this morning, and the track has gotten drier every day, and to the point you just don't realize that it can get any drier. But there is still some moisture underneath because we had a really wet off season, which is going to make the bumps shape up to be very challenging. They'll be kind of similar to the Georgia terrain. Georgia was actually a really dry track this year, but there was moisture underneath the dirt, so it's weird. Like the top 6 inches is dry, and once you get beyond that, it's soft. So you're hitting these bumps that are square on top but soft on the bottom, and you don't really know what to expect or where your bike's going to go. But luckily, that's where I've done my testing, and my bike should be really, really good here. I think this year I've shown to have the most consistent setup through the races.
No doubt. Well, I mean, taking a look at the motorhome, this is that big bad 6-wheel drive machine you got, right?
Yeah. I obviously didn't have to use it this time, but the first time here at Big Buck 1, we were right after a nice rain shower, so I got to throw it in 4-wheel drive, back the trailer up pro row, slinging mud all down the side of it with my front tire, which is a head turner when people see the front tires of motorhome spinning. So yeah, it's been treating me well.
That's nice. So and Mama in there, I guess, is pretty happy with it.
She likes it. She can drive it. So being a little bit more compact, it's almost the perfect race. Like we all say, we want the perfect race rig. It doesn't exist, but this is the closest I've gotten to it.
And you could pick one up too at Brown's RV Superstore.
Yeah, there you go.
Stu, good luck to you. Have fun this week.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, making our way down into the Ampro Yamaha pits where the masterminds are all hanging out here. I was speaking about you. You're
I figured I'd let him have it.
Yeah, that might be not a bad idea. As we talk with Layne Michael, congratulations on the win at the U.S. Sprint Enduro, my friend. That's a good job, man, and you did it with the best of the best, breathing down your neck too.
Yeah, it was good. It was a flawless weekend for me, honestly. I didn't really make any mistakes, just kind of rode really good. It's been a while since I've had a day like that, so I rode really good at the first 2 sprints as well, honestly. I just had one mistake at the last test, day 1, and the first one that I felt like cost me, a chance at the win. But other than that, I mean, I've been really good at those races so far. I've been close to Stu. It just seems like he'll find another gear and kind of pull away from me on Sunday. So it was nice to have a strong start, and then just kind of rode it into the finish. I was pretty dominant on day 2, and I don't know. It was like I said, it was just one of those weekends where everything was flowing.
he said, I finally got beat at a U.S. Sprint Enduro. That was one of the first things that he said to me when I started talking to him. And, you know, most of the time I think people might be upset about losing, but I think a lot of people have been waiting for this, expecting this, and hoping for this for you, because this is a shot in the arm, I think, that you have been needing, and the one that you need to prove to yourself, I think, as much as anything, that hey, I can win.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, right? Like, I have, you know, high expectations, you know, coming into this season, especially how I finished at the end of last year. And I was super motivated coming in, and obviously first round kind of had some issues that was out of our control, just freak clutch issues, and I mean, it even hindered Stu at the second one. So I mean, we just had a little issue, and we don't really know what was much of the cause of it. But yeah, I don't know. Then I just kind of got in the funk. You know, a lot of people don't know, but at Florida I had a crash with 2 miles to go, and you know, took a pretty good shot to the head. Don't remember much, but I still finished, and it was like a decent finish on paper, and I've never been good at Florida, so you know, I was in the hunt for a top 5 there, and I don't know, I just don't know if it kind of sent me back a little bit. And then obviously Georgia had another freak deal, got it, you know, it was kind of my fault, but I you know, was impatient with the lapper, and you know, took the bark buster to the arm, and just kind of had a real bad dead arm, and it ended up being to where like I couldn't hold on to the bike, and then ended up having a grapevine rip me off the bike and have my neck all sliced open. So then it just lingered into Camp Coker, and then Camp Coker after Camp Coker I was just mentally frustrated and just down in the hole again, and had to do some soul searching. And you know, it was good to have a sprint. It's something, you know, I enjoy those races and something I do good at, so it was nice to go there, have a solid weekend, and kind of remind myself, you know, like your skill level's just as good, if not, you know, better than a lot of the competition. So I don't know, I mean, these races are gnarly. It's completely different than a sprint. You know, obviously you need that speed, but just doing it for 3 hours is something that I've struggled with. And you know, I felt like I had it figured out at the end of last year, and I just want to get back to there. You know, start at getting the top 5s and working my way towards the podium. I know it's not easily achievable, but it's a goal that's, you know, reachable. And I just need to go out there and do it. So it's been frustrating, but like I said, it's still early, and you know, there's a lot of racing left.
Back our second time at Big Buck, different place. I mean, same place, different racetrack. Even though, you know, we've talked to other riders about it on the ATV side of things. I mean, you could have the exact same race course, which is not the case, but you could lay out the exact same race course, and it would be a different race this race.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. We could run the same track, you know, every race for the whole year, and it still end up shaping up different. So that's what's cool. You know, I enjoy this place. I feel like it's a very good racetrack. It's going to be slightly different than last time. Obviously, it's a little drier, so you know, the bumps will form different. Won't be near as many ruts, nor as many, you know, gnarly sections you got to think. I think it'll be more just, you know, point shoot and, you know, race the track, and that's something I've always been really good at. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know my bike's working really well. FC and the whole Yamaha crew's got it dialed in, so just need to go out, get a good start, put myself in position, and honestly, I need to, you know, try to get to the front and run my pace. I feel like there's been a lot of races I've settled in behind the guys, and that's when I've made my mistake. And I don't know if it's just from, you know, being in that blank space and not really having to focus on what I'm doing. I'm just following them and, you know, just not pushing forward. So my game plan is this weekend to try to get a good start, work my way to the front, and you know, just try to put the pressure on. And if it doesn't work out at the end, and, you know, doesn't work, then that's fine. Like, but I at least want to go out and ride my own race rather than, you know, trying to settle and be there at the end. I'd rather go out, ride my race, and if it doesn't work out, that's fine. It's something I can work on and kind of go from there.
You know, it kind of makes sense to think of it in a case, just treat it like a U.S. Sprint Enduro and pace yourself for 3 hours for it, and you go fast here. You always have, like you say, I think you just lay back a little bit, get out front, flog the chicken, man, keep running and keep going, see what happens. I mean, the worst that can happen is you're gonna get passed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna get any worse. The results are bad so far, so might as well go out and try something different. I mean, like I said, I've got out front a few times now, and it's nice when you get out there. It feels familiar, so that's cool. It's not like it's unfamiliar and I'm all nervous. Like, it's nice to get out and get in that fresh, clean air, and it's something that I haven't been able to do yet this year. So we'll make that the goal and just just keep chipping away. I mean, I know it's there. We just got to, you know, really focus on putting in a solid 3 hours, and all will be good.
Have fun.
Thank you.